in your experience, what are the best practices for fiduciaries to ensure that they're fulfilling their obligations?
Quick story for you, and that'll answer the question, Catherine. I had a very sophisticated client. It was a plan over 100 million, so not huge. I think most people would call it mid-market, but big boardroom for every quarterly meeting, right? And they were, I'm not trying to over-sophisticated, but legal was there. There were about 4 people from HR there. The CFO was always there, right? There are about 8 or 10 people on the committee. And I get a call one day from the benefit manager, and she said to me, "Hey, Eric, I get a little lost in some of this stuff that goes on at the committee meeting. Do you mind coming by my office and help me get up to speed?" And I said, "Sure, I'd be more than happy to do that." And I come in and start talking investment policy statement, quarterly review, right? And within the first couple minutes, she says to me, "Eric, hang on a second. What's a mutual fund?" That was her question. Now, Christopher, you're kind of scratching your head, but let's look at what happened here.
No, but I see it.
Go ahead.
I see it.
Yeah, she had the courage to ask the question. And when I do, even for my podcast and some other things, I'll tell people, hey, let's pretend we're very, very smart, inquisitive ninth graders trying to figure out how a 401k works and how ERISA works. And I think that as people get this role as a fiduciary, they think they're supposed to know it all. So they don't necessarily ask the questions. And that's just, they need to understand, they need to be continuing to learn about this stuff. Let's go back to something, Christopher, you said, hey, am I comfortable with the E word, the expert? I'm not an expert in everything in ERISA. I get offers to be an expert witness on things all the time. And I say, no, this is outside my expertise. So I think the answer to that question is you just have to keep learning and keep asking questions and not be afraid to do so.